Hello once again, students. Welcome back to your virtual English class. My name is Adrián Castro. In the previous class, we went over the introduction and basics of science and technology. Today, we're going to revisit that same topic, but this time a bit more in-depth and complex. With the knowledge we obtained in the previous class, we will expand on this amazing topic, having in mind what we learned last time. So, without further ado, I present to you Science and Technology Part 2. Similarly to our previous video, it is necessary to go over important concepts and their own definitions in order to comprehend the rest of this unit's information and vocabulary. Firstly, we need to discuss two main concepts, high-tech and nanotech. It is important to note that tech is used as a simple suffix referring to technology. With that in mind, let's begin. High-tech is technology that is at the cutting edge, the most advanced technology available, the most complex or the newest technology on the market. For example, the upcoming Apple and Huawei smartphones, due to being the most advanced and with the best upgrades to date, are considered high-tech. In the case of nanotech, it is the study and application of extremely small things that can be used across all the other science fields, such as chemistry, biology, physics, and engineering, and we'll be seeing more on this topic later. Now, let's move on to this lesson's vocabulary and its phonetics. An important note for the following vocabulary is that the words we'll be seeing are contextual. This means that their definitions will be those when the word is used, applied in the context of speaking about science, technology, and similar topics. The first word of this lesson is cyber. It is divided into two syllables and is pronounced cyber. It is defined as characteristic of the culture of computers, information technology, and virtual reality. This word is used in combination with other words, such as is the case of cyberspace, which refers to a virtual space held within a computer or an entire network of communicating computers. The second word is code. It is a single-syllable word and is pronounced code. It is defined as the symbolic arrangement of data or instructions in a computer program. The third word is data. It is divided into two syllables and is pronounced data. It is defined as information in digital form that can be transmitted or processed. The fourth word is memory. It is divided into three syllables and is pronounced memory. It is defined as device that is used to store information for immediate use in a computer. The fifth and last word is robot. It is divided into two syllables and is pronounced robot. It is defined as a device or program that automatically performs complicated and often repetitive tasks. As a side note, a robot can be commonly referred to as a bot, or in the plural case of robots, bots. Now that we've learned this lesson's vocabulary, let's go ahead and do some reading. As usual, I invite you to follow me and read along with me, as well as pay attention to the important details within the text, as after you will answer a few questions as practice. Have you ever imagined having a computer in your jacket to monitor your body temperature? Or miniature robots that circulate in your bloodstream, detecting and destroying cancerous cells? Or that you could build your house with materials stronger than steel, yet 10 times lighter and cheaper? Or fabrics that never get dirty or discolored? Or vehicles that run without fuel? Yes, it's true. It sounds like magic or science fiction, but all these fantasies could surely become a reality. Nanotechnology is under development. Get to know it so it does not take you by surprise. It is impossible to explain what nanotechnology is without describing a few other basic concepts. We can begin by defining it as a multidisciplinary technology capable of manufacturing things from the individual assembly of atoms and molecules, producing as a result highly efficient new materials and devices that generally are no bigger than a bean. and in many cases are simply invisible to the human eye. It still sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? When materials on the minuscule scale of atoms and molecules, nanoscale, are being manipulated, their elements demonstrate totally new behavior in physical and chemical properties. Electrical conductivity, heat, resistance, reactivity, and elasticity of the materials will make things behave in a different way at an anatomical level. So, nanoscientists can create strong and innovative materials at a low cost and with unique properties. Now that we've concluded this scientific reading, it's time to do some practice. I invite you to answer the questions out loud, and if you feel you don't know the answer to a question, feel free to rewind to the reading portion to see if you can find the right choice. Let's begin, friends. According to the text, nanotechnology is understood as A. A fantasy about the future. B. The product of a magic trick. Or C. A multidisciplinary new technology. The correct answer is C. A multidisciplinary new technology. In the text, it was mentioned that it is a multidisciplinary technology capable of manufacturing things from atoms and molecules. Nanotechnology will be capable of A. Making cancerous cells disappear. B. Making robots build your houses. Or C. Finding cheaper fuels for your cars. The correct answer is A. Making cancerous cells disappear. In the text, it is said that with nanotech, cars can be made to run without fuels, not that it can make cheaper fuels. And it is said that stronger materials that will be lighter could be made for the building of houses, not that robots would build houses. And it is clearly mentioned that the nanobots can be created to detect and destroy cancerous cells. Nanotechnology will not produce A. Highly efficient new materials. B. Slow computers. Or C. New fuels for vehicles. This time I went for a tricky question. I made 2 of the answers correct, so if you happen to answer either B or C, you are correct, my friend. In this case, I asked what nanotech will not be producing. And since we know that it will be producing highly efficient new materials, we can classify this option as incorrect, since we are looking for the opposite side. Materials produced by nanotechnology will be A. Strange and not real. B. Cheaper and stronger. Or C. Unaffordable and unique. The correct answer is B. Cheaper and stronger. In the very first paragraph of the reading, these 2 adjectives are used in order to describe the nanotechnology that is in development. We infer from the text that nanotechnology will A. Pollute the air. B. Be impossible to explain. Or C. Help human beings to live better. The correct answer is C. Help human beings to live better. Since the implicit message of the text is that through nanotech, humans will have a better life, option C is the right choice, since A and B are not coherent to what we read. Now that we've completed our practice, let's review what we learned today. We went over the concepts of high-tech as well as nanotech, laying the basis for the important knowledge we gained for this unit. After that, we covered new and much more complex vocabulary related to tech. Then, we read a scientific text all about the advances being made in the field of nanotechnology. And lastly, we did our 5-question practice based on the nanotech text. If you happen to have any doubts, I would suggest rewatching this video. Perhaps you missed a couple bits of important information along the way, But luckily, you can watch this video and all others as many times as you need to ensure you learn as much as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something valuable. Stay tuned for the very last part of this unit, which will be Science and Technology Part 3. Take care and stay safe. See you next time.